if there was one lifter online that I could say I can attribute my style of training and the progress that I've made in the last 2 years to, it would hands down, without a doubt, be John Meadows and the videos that he did in collaboration with Tate. And today I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge him because sadly he passed away at the age of 49. I've made a couple of videos of dynamic squats, the way I do box squats, and some of the other videos that I explain the way I do lifts and rep ranges and that sort of thing. And I got all of those, almost all of those, exclusively from the Conjugate system, which Tate and John Meadows trained under. They're, West Side descendants. A couple of years ago, I had the pleasure of training in Las Vegas with a certified West Side coach, and he ran me through the Conjugate system. And I tell you what, man, it'll change the way you lift for sure. I've always looked up to John Meadows. John has been a hero of mine. I never met the guy. He did respond to one of my comments a long time ago, which really, made my month. But other than that, he's just somebody who I learned from. His videos are prolific on YouTube, and I sincerely hope with his passing that we don't lose that vast, enormous, and just useful knowledge base of his. The way he trained, if anybody trained with even half the intensity that John put into his effort, they would bust through plateaus. And I have no doubt in my mind that John could have been a record-holding powerlifter if he would have dedicated himself to the sport. I mean, he was a bodybuilder. As far as I could tell, he didn't really compete or do any of that, but he was the type of bodybuilder who was just immensely strong. The thing is a lot of people are going to talk, and I know that steroid use is going to come up, but if you research into John's history, you find that he had a lot of health issues that were probably genetic, and probably the sport of bodybuilding wasn't the most healthy choice that John could have made. And this is just my opinion. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But what John did, as far as I could tell, is he followed his passion. He did what brought him meaning. He did what he loved. He was passionate about. And even though he wasn't the most successful bodybuilder, I mean, he was still elite, he was still top tier, but he wasn't an Olympia champion as far as I know. And I know he won a lot of competitions, and he was, he had a really famous YouTube channel with a lot of subscribers, millions as far as I know. He did a lot of collaborative work with Tate and West Side guys, and just Juji Mufu and all those guys. They did a lot of collab work together, and he spent most of his later years just helping people become better lifters. I think he was still competing up until maybe a year or two ago, if I'm not mistaken. I know he competed against Greg Doucette, and they were both in their 40s. The scary thing about his passing, if I could be selfish for a moment, is the fact that, we're only a couple of years apart, John and I. I don't know the history of his PED use. I do know that he was somebody that was exceptionally health conscious, and he was an advocate for, if you're going to do the sport of bodybuilding and all that it entails to reach the level that he was at, you're undoubtedly going to be confronted with PED use and things that could potentially shorten your life, especially if you're not doing it right. And he always advocated, getting the counsel of a doctor, doing your blood work, getting tested, all that stuff. And in the end, unfortunately, none of that really matters, he's gone, and I don't. He's going to be sorely missed by so many people. I can't imagine. I mean, we all have our favorite lifters, guys who we gravitate to or try to emulate, and I would put him up there at the top three guys that I've been watching for years, and definitely the person I got the most out of for individual lift technique and how to become a stronger power lifter. I owe my squat strength almost completely to him and his dynamic squat videos that he made. You know, I started doing those about a year ago, and my squat went up 100 pounds, and now I'm in my late 40s. So imagine what I could have accomplished if I'd had come across him at a younger age. You know, I don't want to ramble on too much. I just want to say that it's not often, you know, guys come and go, and we've had a couple of notable deaths in the last couple of years, and I don't often get choked up. You know, I'm not saddened. I don't know. You know, it's not like I know these guys. They don't know who I am. But him passing just really, you know, it gets me. And I think it's because we are so close in age. You know, it really just brings my own mortality front and center. It makes me wonder, though, like what choices I've made. In the end, guys, we don't know when our time's up. You know, and it's, I hear the sayings, you know, you don't know when your time's up, so make the most out of each day. Live each day like it's your last. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that when you have a family to support and you have obligations? You know, if I was living each day like it was my last day, I certainly wouldn't be sitting in this office making this video. But life goes on. We still have to take care of the ones that are relying on us. But what I think it does mean, you know, if you dig past the superficial and you really think about it, for me, what it means for me is like, yeah, you know, I still got to go to work. I still got to pay my bills. I still got to, you know, do all that stuff that I don't want to do. But I need to not make that I can't make that the priority of my life. I have to make the ones that I love the priority of my life. You know, I might not see them again. They might not see me again. Am I doing the things I need to do to make sure that they're cared for? You know, if I'm gone tomorrow, are they going to be set up? Have I done everything I can do to protect them? Am I getting meaning out of my life? Am I just existing? Am I just grinding away with no goals, no ambitions? Or am I striving towards something? You know, here's the thing. We might not even be accomplishing our goals. We might be running into roadblocks and obstacles, and life's just hammering us down at every turn. You know, anytime you get some money saved up, the water heater breaks, or you get in a car accident, or you get a flat tire, or whatever the case may be. You know, we all run into issues. You know, in my case, I'm working an insane work schedule where they have me working 7 days a week, and I don't have any time to myself. I get up, I train for a couple hours, I go to work. I barely see the wife and kids, you know, and what can you do? But I know that this is going to pass. You know, I have goals in mind. I am going to compete in October. I'm working on writing. I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. I have ambitions. I haven't lost all my dreams. You know, even though it doesn't seem like I'm getting anywhere with any of it, I'm still giving it the effort. I'm still trying. You know, and I keep trying. I keep trying, and I keep trying, and it's... Don't be afraid of slow progress. Be afraid of no progress. The day you stop learning, the day you stop trying, the day you become apathetic, the day you give up and just settle, that's when you start dying. You know, you just have to find something, latch onto it, anything, fake it till you make it. Because tomorrow could be your last. You don't know. John, you never knew me. I never knew you, but I learned so much from you. And you've helped so many millions of people become not just better lifters, but better people. And you're going to be missed. And I thank you. I think we all took you for granted. It seemed like you were just always going to be there. And now you're gone. And it's a real bummer.